This is James Wiseman. Now back to the morning roast with Bonte Hill and Joe Shasky.
We present to you the Wiseman Watch.
The 2019 winner and 85th recipient of the Heisman Memorial Trophy is...
No. Not...
Remember this, Shasky?
I do.
We would all alternate fan club presidents. We would fight over it. I'm the president. No, you're the president. I'm the president. But James Wiseman, of course, been traded for Gary Payton II. Actually, he was traded for Sadiq Bey. Sadiq Bey comes from here to Atlanta for 5 second-round picks. The Warriors flipped those 5 second-round picks for Gary Payton II, who's yet to play the game. James Wiseman last night with the Pistons, 23 points, 7 rebounds, 9 of 11 from the floor. Spinoni, do you have the highlight? I don't see it here on my board. The highlight from yesterday, James Wiseman going coast to coast. Oh, we'll find it in a second. We'll get it in a second.
So I watched the highlights. I had Little League practice. I got in the car, went home, waited for my burrito to show up. Yeah, I Grubhubbed a burrito. And I'm looking through all the highlights on Twitter of James Wiseman.
Here's one of them.
Give it to me.
Burks committed this game 5th in the NBA in three-point field goal percentage. And another turnover. Wiseman. What? He's got an early 6.
He looked so good. And people are going to say, oh, they lost.
Wait. He was a -11 in the plus.
I don't care about that.
I know.
I don't care about that.
Nobody does.
Look, I'm going to tell you guys.
9 of 11 yesterday from the floor. Is that good? 4 of 6 from the free throw line. Sure, you want him to rebound a little bit more, 7 rebounds. But how about this, Shasky? No turnovers.
He could get 25 rebounds in a game, and people will be like, he should have had 31.
Right. No turnovers for James Wiseman. 27 minutes, 23.7 rebounds. Now, some people were fixated. Oh, he doesn't have any assists, blah, 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 blah.
Is that what we're doing now?
Yeah, they're pivoting.
How long have we watched Kevon Looney play? Have we ever brought up his assists?
No, never. I mean, come on, man.
I'm rooting for the kid. And to see...
I know I said we want everybody to be young. Sorry to cut you off.
No, it's just... I honestly... The kid was never going to survive here because the fan base is delusional, and I feel like the coach.
Some of the fan base. You're right.
You're right.
We got some really. I think there's a lot of Warrior fans who've called us and said we miss Wiseman. We shouldn't have done the deal. There's a lot of Warrior fans out there who are pro Wiseman.
I told you leading up to it, off air. I'm like, I wouldn't give up on him. I'm not giving up on him. What he brings to the table is very unique, and it might turn into nothing. But you know what? Part of a gamble is you got to let it play itself out a little, and see if you crap out or not. And right now, we haven't seen GP2 because he's injured. We've got enough under 6 foot guys.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm sorry. I didn't like the deal in real time.
Yeah.
I don't like the deal today, and I think we're going to regret the deal for long term.
I do too.
I hope I'm wrong.
I do too. Hamidou Diallo, 23 points off the bench for the Detroit Pistons. Remember, he was in a dunk contest with OKC back in the day. Marvin Bagley the third, 21 points, 12 rebounds. But James Wiseman, he looks happy, Shasky. He's in the post-game pressers. He's talking more confidently.
It looks like the weight was
relieved.
Yes, the weight was lifted off his shoulders.
No, he's relieved, and I'm pulling for him. I don't get, fans say, hey, I'm the biggest fan ever. This is where I don't get fandom, and this is where going to journalism school kind of helped me look at things a little bit differently. But I don't get fans who could be so supportive of an organization and wear their Warriors gear, and you get a player, I don't care if he stinks or what, and I've been guilty of this, but we just automatically, he stinks, get him off my damn team. You know what? While he's here, we need to support the guy. Because I want the best out of him. Like our lowest guy here at 95.7 a game. Why wouldn't we support that guy? 100%. You know what I'm saying? Every aspect of business, job, whatever it is, support everybody until they're gone. And then they're like, all right, it didn't work out. We move on. But the disrespect, the shade that was given to James Wiseman every single time. He gets a double-double against Jakob Poeltl when he's a plus 16. And people still want to come with the chopper at him.
I did not like Alex Smith as a quarterback.
Nope.
All right. You know how many guys I argued with until I was blue in the face? When he went to KC, I was like, good for him. From afar. I didn't hate on him.
Right.
I didn't care about what he was doing, in terms of the negativity of I got to dilute what he's doing. He's doing his thing. We're doing our thing. I wish him well.
This is great right here. David
Hernandez. Wish him well.
I wish him well, too. And that's a great point, Shasky. David Hernandez, we were discussing this before the show.
What's that?
David Hernandez, Bonte, we got rid of Wiseman because we're trying to shed money. It's a business at the end of the day. All right, the money has a little bit to do with it. You're able to get off the contract and save a buck. But if Wiseman was contributing, you think anybody be worried about them shedding that money? You think the Warriors would have been worried about shedding that money? He wasn't playing. There wasn't a fit here. And that was the biggest thing, not the money. You could be fooled by the money. People are going to build this narrative that, oh, yeah, they brought GP2 back because it saves them $30 million or whatever. That's not the case. The case is Steve Kerr didn't have any minutes for him, and the kid needs to play. And so they flipped him. They flipped him for GP2, and hopefully GP2 can help this team at some point. But Wiseman is now in Detroit, and he's playing. He needs reps. He needs to play. And you know what? He's playing pretty well right now. That's not bust numbers, Shasky. People say Wiseman's a bust. 23-7 is not bust. Did Anthony Bennett ever have 23-7? Did Michael Olowokandi ever have 23-7? 23-7 is not bust numbers. Double-doubles aren't bust numbers. So this whole thing that Wiseman's a bust and we had to shed money, that's all a lie. That's bogus.
It's just really frustrating for me to see that, he does look like in the open court. He's doing things, and you're watching that Euro step and finish with the opposite hand. And I'm saying, really? And Ty Jerome couldn't throw you the rock? Really? Really? If I'd said Brad Wanamaker wasn't throwing the ball to X player, we'd all be like, yeah, Brad Wanamaker stinks. Mm-hmm. And I'm not trying to make this a sweeping indictment of Ty Jerome. I'm just saying, come on, guys. One of my biggest beefs with Chip Kelly, was always, hey, I don't use the fullback. And I would say my argument was, all right, so if I gave you Jim Brown, who was technically a fullback, if I gave you Mike Allstott, you couldn't do anything with that guy?
I know. It's crazy.
So like Steve Kerr, this is our system. This is the system that we run. Well, I've given you a 7-footer. But he can only play the way Zaza and Looney play. Yeah, but that's not his skill set. Up. But that's my point. And so I'm frustrated with the stubbornness in how certain guys are used. And you see it at times with Kuminga. They're forcing Kuminga to play a certain way. And to me, just meet in the middle and run a couple of things that he can do to maximize the him.
Maximize
That's the essence of coaching.
Yes, no doubt. That 10-foot turnaround jumper he has in the paint, he needs to shoot that 5 times a game, Kuminga.
100%.
I love that shot. It's automatic.
I want him to get the ball on the block more.
Yes, exactly. He's so powerful. He's strong. He's athletic. He's quick. Absolutely. Ernie Chavez, YouTube. Bonte Wiseman's playing exactly like he did his first season, but he has improved in other aspects of his game. If people forget his rookie year, Wiseman was getting better and better and better, Shasky. We did the Wiseman watch every single game. 11-6 as an 18-year-old after 3 college games, dropped into the NBA. What?
But you're arguing, and people have their minds made up.
They do.
All right?
You can't flip it. And I'm not here to do that.
In politics, right? It used to be we would argue over the topics or what the issue was. Now people are so I am this, you are that, and we will never agree. I feel like the same thing happens in sports now. No one is willing to meet in the middle. When was the last time 2 people have had an argument around you? Whether it's sports or politics, it doesn't matter. They're the same at times because people are so embedded with their thoughts. And someone goes, you know what? You're right.
Yeah, that doesn't happen.
You won me over.
That doesn't happen. That doesn't happen. People have to win the argument.
And it's okay.
You will not lose that debate. You will go to hell and die on that island. We both do it.
So here's an example. Let me give you an example. I'll raise my hand, and we'll have fun with this one. I was very critical of Klay Thompson at the beginning of the year. All right? Very, very critical.
Right.
For the last 2 months, have I not said anything? Man, he has shut me up. And every single night, I feel like Fitz and Kalena, all those Klay haters, I feel like they're talking right to me.
When he said, hey, you know what? I thought Fitz is, I'm not going to lie.
I'll wear it. I'll wear it. And but here's to me, this
I'm
is
not going to lie with Fitz. It's there's some reckless talk about Klay Thompson.
That's fine.
I texted you right away. I was like, I think Fitz is talking to you, dog.
And you know what? That's fine. But here's what I would say is this is the reality. It's more stubborn for you to be hell-bent on an opinion from 2 months ago, a year ago, 3 years ago, and not adjust.
Right.
Because to me, that's stupid. Your home's value, does it go up and down?
Right.
Yes, it does. It doesn't stay stagnant. Your bank account doesn't stay stagnant. Right. So why should my opinions on a player stay stagnant?
No, it shouldn't. And look, you could hold me accountable for, say, traded number 2 pick that became Nick Bosa for Antonio Brown. In 4 days, I was like, you know what, guys? I made a mistake. It's not. You should probably keep the number 2 overall pick. But I also said draft Quentin Williams. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what? And Bosa's an all-time generational player.
Early on, Quentin Williams was hurt and wasn't looking good.
Now he's an all-pro.
It looks a lot closer.
Now he's an all-pro.
I still think we should have taken Bosa.
But
my opinion on Quindon has actually evolved over the last couple years.
And my opinion on the draft pick is, yeah, they had to take Bosa. Well, that was the right pick.